Kinetica can process queries up to 16 times faster than other parallel analytical databases, while saving up to 40% in annual infrastructure cost. So, how do we achieve this kind of performance? Here's our secret. At a high level, Kinetica is a vectorized, memory-first, columnar database with tiered storage that is optimized for high performance. That was a lot in a short sentence, so let's break it down. Everything in Kinetica is built for speed and performance, starting with its biggest edge, vectorized parallelism. Almost all distributed analytical databases offer some level of task parallelization by farming out queries and data to multiple nodes. For instance, here the data containing information about daily sales for 3 stores, A, B, C, is split into 3. Each partition containing information for just one store is kept on a separate node in the cluster. Now, if we wanted to calculate total sales for each store, we would map the query to each node and execute it in parallel. The results from these queries would then be combined to arrive at the final table showing the total sales for each store. This is task-level parallelization. Like a lot of other databases, Kinetica does this really well. However, it does not stop there. Parallelization in Kinetica happens at a much deeper level inside each node, rather than simply at the level of tasks that are mapped to nodes. We do this using vectorization. Vectorization operates at the level of individual instructions sent to a processor within each node. For instance, in the illustration shown here, the instruction is to add 5 to a column and copy the results to a new column B. With vectorization, all the data elements in that column are transformed simultaneously. That is, the instruction to add 5 is applied to multiple pieces of data at the same time. This paradigm is sometimes referred to as single instruction multiple data, or SIMD. We can think of vectorization as subdividing the work into smaller chunks that can be handled independently by different computational units at the same time. This is orders of magnitude faster than the conventional sequential mode, where each piece of data is handled one after the other in sequence. With vectorization, performing the same operation on a modern Intel CPU is up to 16 times faster than the sequential mode. The performance gains on a GPU with thousands of cores is even greater. However, despite these remarkable performance benefits, most of the code out there is still written in the older sequential mode. But this is hardly a surprise, because up until about a decade ago, most CPU and GPU hardware could not support vectorization for data operations. So all the code had to be sequential. The last 10 years, however, have seen the rise of new technologies like CUDA from NVIDIA and advanced vector extensions from Intel that have dramatically shifted our ability to apply vectorization. Because of the power of vectorization, some traditional vendors now also make claims about including vectorization in their offerings. But shifting to this new vectorized paradigm is not easy, since all of your code needs to be written from scratch to utilize these capabilities. Unlike Kinetica, these traditional databases incorporate only partial vectorization, limited to specific operations such as filter or some aggregations, and continue to use outdated and less performant modes of computation for other analytical tasks. These solutions also only leverage vectorization on the CPUs. Kinetica, on the other hand, provides native support for vectorization on both CPUs and GPUs. Analytical functions in Kinetica have been written from scratch to take advantage of vectorization. And the great thing is that you don't have to write a single piece of vectorized code yourself. You can simply write your queries in data science languages that you're already familiar with, and under the hood, Kinetica will leverage vectorization to deliver your results at mind-boggling speeds. While vectorization on its own can deliver blazing fast performance, Kinetica does not stop there. The next piece in its performance puzzle is its memory-first nature. Being memory-first means that Kinetica prioritizes the use of system memory or RAM and the VRAM, which is the chip memory that is co-located with the GPU for data analysis. Hard disks are cheap and can store a lot more data, but they are significantly slower. To read 64 bits from a hard disk drive takes about 10 million nanoseconds, while the same from memory takes only 100 nanoseconds. This is 100,000 times faster. This is because hard disks are generally block or page addressable, meaning that we can only access data from hard disks in blocks of 4 kilobytes each. And anytime we need to read this data from the disk, this entire 4 kilobyte page needs to be read by a mechanical moving head on a spinning disk and loaded into memory. This is much slower than system memory, where every byte has its own binary address and can be directly accessed without a mechanical head. So every read or write takes about the same amount of time to complete, making it much faster. By adopting a memory-first approach, Kinetica can escape the performance bottlenecks of loading data from the disk for analysis. But the flip side to all of this is that RAM is expensive. So how does Kinetica manage the cost of having to store everything in memory? There are two things that balance this. The first is Kinetica's native columnar data storage technology. Column-oriented designs store all of the values from a column together. This contrasts with row-oriented designs where values from each row are stored together. The columnar format, unlike row-oriented formats, makes it easy to apply data compression techniques like dictionary encoding, which is used to encode data types such as character strings that take up a lot of storage space as more lightweight data types like integers to reduce the amount of space required to store them. This can save a lot of storage space. For instance, a 256 character string column with 10,000 unique values and 8 million records would take about 2 gigabytes of space without any compression. But with compression, Kinetica can store this same column in memory with about 20 megabytes of space. This is about 99% less space. However, even with the ability to compress columnar data, storing all of your data in memory can quickly become prohibitive, particularly at the petabyte scale. This is where Kinetica stands out in comparison with some of the newer databases that are also vectorized on the GPU. These newer technologies are constrained by their reliance on system memory, which can be limited to about 10 terabytes of data. So they really cannot deliver vectorized performance on a massive scale. Kinetica, on the other hand, uses tiered storage to deliver native vectorization on both the CPU and the GPU at the massive scales that are required by modern enterprises. Tiered storage allows enterprises to manage petabyte scale of data by backing memory storage with several tiers of disk-based storage. As a rule of thumb, as we go down the tiers, Kinetica trades performance for storage. But it optimizes performance by providing fine-grained controls over how the data is prioritized between the different tiers. This allows us to keep more frequently used data in the hot memory tiers and less used data in the colder tiers below, thereby minimizing data movement across tiers while running analytics. With tiered storage, Kinetica can handle enterprise-grade workloads with petabytes of data, making it the only solution that delivers vectorized performance on both CPUs and GPUs at scale. The features that we have discussed so far already make Kinetica stand out in terms of performance, but why stop here? There are two other performance optimizations that are worth noting. The first optimization has to do with the way that Kinetica organizes data so that the movement of data between nodes within a cluster is reduced. For instance, consider the earlier example of task parallelization. In this example, the data is split based on the store. So all of the data for store A is in the first node, store B in the second, and store C in the third. To find the total sales for each store, each node has all the data it needs to calculate the total. Now, if this data had not been split on the store, it is likely that each node would not have had all the data it needed. This would have required copies of the data to be sent over the network so that each had enough information to complete the query. Sending data over the network is the slowest and least performant part of any distributed system. So a key consideration is how to split the data between the different nodes so that queries from users don't require too much shuffling of data between different nodes. This is where sharding comes into play. Sharding helps to intelligently distribute data across the different nodes so that data that are likely to be used together are co-located. reducing the need to shuffle parts of it over the network while executing queries. On top of this, Kinetica provides the capability to partition the data within each node such that it is organized in a way that reduces the number of rows that need to be processed to address a query. For instance, if a common query is to filter for all the red values, then organizing and grouping the data by color would allow us to completely skip all the rows with only blue values while searching for rows that match red. The final and perhaps the most important piece in Kinetica's performance puzzle is its integrated analytical suite of tools. While a database can have all the bells and whistles in terms of high performance architecture, all of this goes out of the window the second you need to move your data to an external location to complete your analysis. As we discussed earlier, moving data over the network is the biggest performance bottleneck. Complex analytical tasks often require specialized tools that most traditional solutions do not offer. These solutions often have to rely on a patchwork of external tools to complete these tasks. This requires data to be moved outside the cluster to these external systems to execute these tasks, and then bringing the intermediate results back into the cluster to complete the analysis. This has a tremendous impact on performance. Kinetica, on the other hand, is a SQL 92 compliant database with an extensive analytical suite that includes graph, geospatial, machine learning, and time series capabilities that allows you to combine and integrate different analytical tools to execute really complex and specialized analytical tasks within the database without having to rely on any external tools. This means that we can harness all of Kinetica's performance without losing any to network I/O. So to summarize, Kinetica at its core is a memory-first platform with tiered storage that uses vectorization to parallelize tasks at the level of each instruction that is sent to a processor. Its integrated suite of tools have been built from the ground up to leverage these performance features to deliver real-time streaming analytics on a massive scale. This is why modern enterprises often look to Kinetica when traditional solutions reach their breaking point, trying to solve the kind of problems that Kinetica can solve in a matter of seconds.